You know, Lifeline has been on an amazing journey over the past 14 years. When we started in our little office space in Corsicana in 2003, I never conceptualized the magnitude and the impact Lifeline would make in the lives of so many people. To date, Lifeline and our foster care initiative have served over 5,000 children, and has been a part of seeing over 300 children actually find and be in forever homes through adoption, including the 41 adoptions we facilitated on last year. The magnitude of that statement I just made is overwhelming when I sit and think about it. A lot of the children that were in our care over the course of these years, some of them have aged out of care, and they have started families, entered careers, and completed education, and have moved forward in their lives. And so those 5,000 children you can only imagine how far and how long that reach is from our simple hub in Corsicana. Our goal to grow Lifeline Children and Family Services was not just an ambition. It is a calling, was a calling on my life that we had to touch as many lives as God would see fit for us to touch. So when I think about why I get up every day and do what I do, I have always in front of me the mission that touching a life can really change a destiny. When I sit back and listen to some of the stories of the children that I've had an opportunity to be around and serve, and it takes me back a minute to think about what would have happened in their lives if people who really cared had not been there for them.
Thank you. I've got a really important question. My birthday is in
4 days.
4 days? Do I say 15 or do I say 16?
This whole thing about you telling me about your age is going in the video.
My name's Angel Marie Bright, and I'm 14.
And I'm Robert Bright, and I'm 16. We were in school. I remember what class period I was in. I didn't pay attention very much. But I got called to the office, and I didn't know what I did, so I was really nervous. And we got there, and they said, "You're leaving." So I was like, cool. I get to leave school early, right? And then you get in the car with these random people that you don't know, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're from CPS." And I was like, it's gonna be bad. When we got to the CPS office, probably about an hour and a half later, we came out and all of our stuff was in the hall. Everything, it was crazy. And then they took us to our aunt's house, and she was like, "We'll keep you." And then we cried for a while. Finally ended up falling asleep. Got up, got ready for school, rode the bus to school, and then they came and got us again. And then after about an hour and a half, maybe, in the CPS office, we all loaded up into a car and drove to our first foster house. And it was intimidating, to say the least. It was pretty crazy. I think when we got to our first foster home, we tried to be cool about it. We tried to say, okay, this is gonna be our home from now on until, something else comes. But I was kind of really worried because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know how long we were gonna be there. I didn't know if anybody was gonna take us and adopt us. But I think that was when they told us that we had somebody that maybe wanted to adopt us. Because I thought that was cool. I mean, we'd only been in there for not even 6 months, I don't think.
What did adoption mean to you?
Finding a home, people that cared for you, somebody that wanted to be there for you, that actually cares. So not somebody that's gonna do this for the money that they make doing it, somebody that's gonna take you in and take care of you because they want to and they love you, even though they don't know you. And it's great. No matter what you're going through, you can still get through it. No matter how hard and difficult it is, it's still possible. It can still be done, and you just have to put your mindset in the place where it should be, not where it is. So you gotta think, I can get through this. I know I can. I believe I can. I have people that'll help me get to my goals. And you know, you'll start seeing that over time. It gets better, and then you start feeling it. You're like, this is getting good. And then you keep going until you are eventually you're at the top.
Because there's a lot of people that are willing to help and that will help no matter what happens.
We're not through. We're just getting started, really. I feel that where we hit it, I mean, it's much bigger than I can probably comprehend at this point, or at least articulate to you. So one of the things that we're getting ready to do, and I'm excited about this because it's really, really personal to me, is we're raising up what would be understood in state social services arena as a general residential operation, typically used to provide a temporary shelter because we don't have enough placements availability or bed availability, or we don't have enough placement availability in the area where the children originate, create problems. And some of that is systemic, and we can change it. And I really feel that I've been called to help mitigate some of that. And to do that, the GRO or the shelter will be a part of our operation to help do that. Rebecca said it better than I could ever say it. Rebecca is an old book in the Old Testament. It said, write the vision, make it plain, so that anyone who reads it can understand it with clarity. So as I approached the board about expansion, the thing I was talking about is being able to provide a place for children who are at that place in their lives where they're unsure about what's going to happen. They are traumatized by their experience. They're weary, they're worried, and things are just in a crisis mode. And I wanted to have a place that we didn't just meet their needs, food, clothing, shelter, their psychological needs and their medical needs and all that. I really wanted to have a place where they could have people who would befriend them, who would get into their world, validate their feelings, and then turn around and love them to heal. And I truly believe that children will pass through our lives, but they'll never forget the impact that you make on them. They'll never forget the words you said, or they'll never forget your response to them when they were crying out for somebody to help them. And the exciting thing about where we are now is grabbing everywhere we can people who will partner with the Lifeline to see this vision come to fruition. I cannot explain it in a better way than I am today, is that we have an obligation as humanity, as Christians, as people of religion to watch out for the orphans, to watch out and protect those who are vulnerable and can't protect themselves, to find a way to guide their lives in a positive way, in that even if they are with me for a few moments of their lifespan, that it's the most impactful period of their lives that could set the course of their future in the right direction. Building a coalition of champions is not just a concept. It can be a reality. And for it to be a reality, I need individuals, organizations, ministries, corporations who also understand the complexities that we're facing as a social service organization. That no matter what funds we get from federal and state government, it's never enough to bring the type of programs that are necessary to heal children right where they are. The reality is you can have an impact on the life of a child. You can share what God has blessed you with to be able to bless a child. Lifeline Children and Family Services is an agency that is founded on the principles of meeting the needs of the poor, being available to those who are hurting, being an advocate for change, being an advocate for the disenfranchised. See, God has made it available to us. Now all we have to do is choose. Choose to help. Choose to be a blessing. I just need 3,000 people who will commit to $100 a month for 12 months. 3,000 people who would help us do that. 3,000 soldiers. 3,000 people. Children are marching. They are coming to us in droves. And we have an opportunity to be God's hands and His feet and His voice. And we have an opportunity to reflect His love to humanity, hurting humanity. Listen, call me, send me an email. My email is on the screen. My phone number is on the screen. You can call one of our local offices near you, where you live, or in your area, and volunteer. Ask them how you can be of service. The children are depending on you and me. I look to hear from you soon. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.